Hi, and welcome to a meditation to quiet the mind and connect more powerfully with our higher self. Please make yourself comfortable. You can pause this recording until you are sure that you won't be disturbed for some time. Once you've made yourself comfortable, I am going to ask you now to take a deep breath to begin and close your eyes or relax your gaze. You can do this seated or lying down. Now for a moment I am going to invite you to focus on your breath. We are going to bring our focus within, and the breath is the best way to introduce that. So for now, you can simply focus on your breath, on this natural flow of air going in and out, on an inhale and an exhale. Relaxing deeper and deeper as you do so. And already, you can reduce the amount of thoughts in your mind, little by little, softly and gently, focusing more intently on your breath and less on your mind. Now, as things are calming down already in your mind, I am going to ask you to set an intent now, to take the time, just for a moment now, to set the intent for this session of meditation. What do you need to gain or to accomplish out of this session? It could be that you want to relax. It could be that you would like to connect deeper with your higher self. It could be that you want to quiet the mind, or anything else that you feel is right for you right now. Now, you can take one last moment to set your intent. And then when you are ready, one by one, I am going to ask you to switch off every thought in your mind, to disconnect with as many conversations that you are having in your mind right now as possible. There are ways to help to switch off thoughts. You can imagine that you attach your thoughts to a balloon and watch them float away. You can see switches in your mind, and little by little switching off every thought, like you're flicking a switch. You can also imagine your mind being like a room, and little by little getting out of that room every thought until your room is spacious and near empty, cleansed from all the burden of all the thoughts. Or you can also imagine that your mind is like a landscape with a beautiful sky, and that the thoughts are clouds, and that little by little, as the clouds come by, you also watch them go again, just passing. Because no matter how hard you try, you will always have thoughts in your mind, and that's okay. But the goal here is to have as little of it as possible, so that you can actually hear your higher self talking to you. And so for now, little by little, clearing your mind out of all those thoughts, Right this minute, the past no longer exists, so you can get rid of all the thoughts that have to do with the past. And right now, the future doesn't exist. So you can remove from your mind right now all the thoughts about the future. Worries, concerns, planning, all of these thoughts can go. Right now, this minute, you don't need to think of anything. This time right now is for you and you alone. And now. Now, you can take a moment to enjoy this mind that is getting lighter and lighter, freer and freer, taking the time to really enjoy the peace and the quiet in this moment of now. Now I'm going to ask you to put your hands just below your navel, on the area that some people will call Dantian, others will call Hara, or your center of gravity, just about an inch under your navel, putting both hands there if you can, and otherwise just focusing your mind to that point below your navel, and relaxing, just knowing that that is your center. That is where you reside. Your center of gravity. Your home. Just resting your hands there and noticing that space. That space below your navel where you reside. Good. Very good. And now putting your hands on your heart chakra. Resting your hands gently if you can in the middle of your chest. Knowing that this is the place of unconditional love. Bringing your whole awareness to that point. And now, thinking of your higher self. You can do this any way you like. You can think of you to the deepest level of your being. You can think of a representation of you above yourself, looking over you. Or you can just know that you're connecting right now to your higher self. Again, remember there is no wrong way to do this. And even if you cannot visualize anything, or that you feel that you're not connecting, you are connecting. Remember, You have set your intent, and that is your connection, no matter what. And now I am going to ask you to think of your heart, and from your heart to send the deepest love thoughts to your higher self. Again, in whichever way that you are representing yourself, what your higher self is, what it looks like or what it feels like, just sending it love energy right now. Sending her, sending him, love energy, the purest form of energy. And just for a moment, I am going to let you engage with your higher self in whichever way that comes to you. Maybe you want to dance with your higher self. Maybe you want to hug your higher self. Maybe you want to float in the universe, in the middle of the stars with your higher self. Maybe you want to swim in the ocean with your higher self. Whichever way that it comes to you now, I am inviting you to connect with your higher self and to really enjoy this moment spent together in the most beautiful harmony, filled with love. Watch your higher self look at you. Watch your higher self laugh with you. Watch your higher self sending you thoughts of deepest love, because they will. Watch your higher self. Watch his or her eyes. Look through these eyes and see your soul. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to do this. Follow your heart. Let it take you both to uniting with each other, connecting to the deepest level. And now, as you stand in front of your higher self, as you stand there and you know that you are deeply connecting, whether you can see this or not, knowing that your higher self is right there with you, you can ask. You can take this moment to ask questions that you need answers to. There's no question too big and no question too small. If you're not sure, you can start very small. Something as simple as, am I going to have a good day tomorrow? Or something big. Anything. Now, before we wait for an answer, before we wait to hear an answer, I am going to ask you to do this, to let go. Let go of any expectation. Let go of what it is that you want the answer to be. Let go of your fears of the future. Let go of the future altogether. And just relax in this space, waiting for anything to come to you, but not expecting anything, because you know that an answer will come. But we don't want our ego to be shaping our answer here. That is why it is so important to let go of all expectations. Turning to your higher self and waiting to see what he or she has to say to you. Keeping your mind clear still, as much as possible. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And very much like when we are on a phone conversation with a friend and we ask a question and they are not answering just yet, focusing our mind more intently, zooming into the sounds in our minds, the sounds that are not there yet, that are yet to come, of the thoughts, images, visualizations, and more, in which form the answers from our higher self may come to us. And so just relaxing now and letting go of every tension and every expectation, and actively focusing our mind, waiting now. Noticing the emptiness of the wait, and also paying attention to every detail that comes to us now, which might be linked to an answer from our higher self. It could be a sound, it could be a smell, it could be a thought, it could be a word, it could be an image, it could be a whole visualization. There are so many ways that our higher self communicates with us. And so it's about learning to distinguish which ones your higher self uses with you, which ones you pick up on and notice and hear. And then recognizing what they mean. Try and remember these things. If anything is coming to you now, keep them in your mind somewhere for when you come out of this meditation. And don't worry if at the moment nothing is coming. Sometimes it takes longer. There's no time specific for a reply to come from our higher self. It may come later today, tomorrow, maybe in 1 week's time. And as you keep on practicing with this, you will learn to recognize the answers when they come to you. And so now you can relax. I am going to ask you to let go of this meditation, of your intent for it. And right now to just rest and take the time to absorb what's just happened, even if it feels like nothing happened. Feeling this peaceful feeling, bathing in this relaxed state, resting, having this time for yourself, and knowing that you've really done something good for yourself today with this meditation. You have connected with your higher self. And now just for a moment, think about the rest of your day when you're going to come out of this meditation. And then when you're ready, you can take a deep breath to finish and open your eyes again. Thank you.